Hello people of YouTube, I'm Logan Nerd's Kingdom and welcome back to a deck profile. I've updated my Blackwings as of recently and I've just done a lot of work with them and I'm just here to show you what I've run to, and I hope some of you guys try this build sort of as well. Alright, so for this build I run 3 Blackwing Crystal Crack of Dawn because Chris can special summon as long as you have a Blackwing of other name once per turn. And he can be destroyed by spell or trap once per turn, which comes in handy. 3 Bore the Spear. Same thing with Chris. Special summon as you have a Blackwing of another name, but you can special summon as many per turn. And whenever he attacks defense position, you can inflict piercing with him, which comes in handy a lot. 3 Gale of the Whirlwind. With her, you can special summon her as well with Blackwings of other name, and she has the attack and defense of any monster your opponent controls. And even when she leaves the field, that have stays. So she comes real good. As well, for a great level 3 tuner, it's great for good level 7 plays. 3 Collude the Moonshadow. Whenever during the damage calculation with battle involving a Blackwing monster, you can send him from hand to graveyard and increase that Blackwing's attack by 1400. And with these birds, it's a lot. 3 Shura the Blue Flame, or Shura. I don't care how you pronounce it. I say Shura. I only run her at 2 because she is not great with this current meta, because her effect is whenever she sends a monster from field to graveyard. You can special summon a Blackwing with 1500 less attack from your deck, but its effects are negated. And with most of these monsters being out pendulums, they mostly just go back to extra decks, so that's why I run her at 2. And Shura's effect is great with bringing out Panaki the Waxing Moon, because when Panaki is sent from field to graveyard in any way, shape, or form, during that end phase, he gets to add one Blackwing from your deck to hand, except for himself. Honestly, why would you want to re-add him? But also, he's a tuner that can only be used for Blackwing synchros. Now you think with Shura's effect it would be negated, but no, that's a condition. I honestly hate those. But Panaki, really good at 2. Blizzard of the Far North at 2 as well, because whenever he's normal summoned, you can special summon any level 4 lower Blackwing from your graveyard, but in defense position, but that's primarily used for level 6 plays or level 5s. As well, he can't be special summoned, so Shura is no help there. 1 Zephyros the Elite. During your turn, you can return any face-up card you control, spell, trap, monster, whatever, to your hand. Special summon him from graveyard, and you take 400. But you can only do this once per duel, so that's why he's only ran at 1. 1 Shirako the Dawn. Even though he's not played much anymore, I still find him a great use, because he goes great with the spell Black Whirlwind, because you can normal summon him as long as you have as long as you control no monsters and your opponent does. And he can add the attack of all Blackwings to a single Blackwing, and if you use that with Chris, he can run into a Mirror Force, but your opponent will take all the damage. He's really good at sometimes, and if you play him in a mirror match, he's even worse. And finally, with monsters, I run 1 Kunai the Drizzle. Since he came out, I found him real use, because you can tribute any Blackwing and special summon him, and if you do that, he's treated as a tuner. As well, he can change the level of any synchro from 1 to 8, and it's really good with plays with Blackwing Obsidian Hawk Joe. Yeah. For spells, I run triple Black Whirlwind, because whenever you normal summon any Blackwing monster, you get to add 1 Blackwing with less attack from deck to hand. So like when you normal Shirako, since he has 2000, you can add anything with 1900 or less. And if you have 3 of these things, you get 3 searches. It's great. 1 Twin Twister. I can only get 1, so yeah. But whenever you can activate this, destroy up to discard a card and destroy up to 2 spell and traps on the field. It gets really useful at times with me because I now really don't have empty hands, but it gets great. And if I had a second one, it would replace this Mystical Space Typhoon, or MST, because MST just destroys the spell trap. Not much. One Allure Darkness, because you can only run it at 1. In this, I draw 2 cards and banish any dark monster from my hand. And if I can't, I have to discard my whole hand. Which most of the time, I will have at least 1 monster in my hand. 1 instant fusion, pay 1,000, special summon a level 5 or lower fusion monster from my extra deck, and it can't attack. It goes real great with the fusion monster you'll see in a minute. For traps, I run 2 Black Sonic. Whenever an attack is declared on a Blackwing monster, you banish all attack positions they control. It's like Mirror Force, but worse. And if you have 3 Blackwings, exactly 3, you can activate this card from your hand, which makes it even worse. But if I can't use Black Sonic, I just run 2 common Mirror Forces. I do run maybe some of the others, but I'm not a real big fan of all the other ones. 2 Icarus attack, tribute any winged beast, and destroy up to 2 cards on the field. This comes in real good handy with Panaki, because you can tribute him and then destroy 2 cards, and at your end phase, you get your search. I found that really useful. 1 Delta Crow anti-reverse. As long as you can, it's like Black Sonic, but meant for destroying face-down spell and traps your opponent controls. As well, if you have exactly 3 and no other monsters, you can activate that card from hand. Bottomless Trap Hole, obvious. As well with Solemn. And I run 1 Fiendish Chain, but I could cut in the future, I don't know. But it prevents my opponent from using the effect of 1 effect monster they have. 1 Grand Horn of Heaven. Whenever my opponent special summons a monster, I negate it, destroy it, and I think it's exactly a main phase. Yeah. And that main phase, and they draw a card. And finally, Call the Haunted, because obviously. Okay, so with that, we go into the extra deck. With this, I run 2 Raikiri the Rain Shower. With the first Assault Blackwing to come out, and I love him. Target up to as many cards up to the number of other Blackwings you control, and destroy them. So your opponent has 4 cards in the field, and you have 4 more Blackwings on the field. You can destroy all of them. He comes in real handy. Sometimes. 2 Obsidian Hawk Joe. Now, what I was talking about with Kunai, you can use a synchro like this guy, and sync for him, and whenever synchro was used with Kunai, you can special back, because Obsidian can special summon any level 5 or higher winged beast monster from your graveyard. As well, if he's the only one targeted by battle or card effect, you can choose another Blackwing on the field who would be appropriate for that. So you have Armor Master on the field, and he's targeted for attack, you can make your opponent target Armor Master instead. It can only be used once, but it comes in real handy. 2 Nothung the Starlight. With Nothung, whenever he's special summoned in any way, that's kind of why I have Call the Haunted, he will inflict 800 damage to your opponent and decrease the attack and defense of any monster on the field by 800 attack and defense, which is real great. As well, he gives you the additional normal summon of any Blackwing monster, so if you have Whirlwind on the field, you get Whirlwind again. If you have 2 or 3, oh joy. 1 Blackwing Armor Master. I'd be running him at 2, but since then I've only run him at 1, because I can recycle him with Joe, but he's still good. He can't be destroyed by battle, and I take no battle damage with the battles he's in. And if he battles a monster, I place a wedge counter on it, and after that I can remove all wedge counters and decrease the attack and defense of those monsters to 0. Again, he comes in handy. Blackwing Armed Wing. I only run him at 1 because he's just used if my opponent has a last resort and has to set a single monster. If he attacks that monster, he gains 500 attack and inflicts piercing. So that's 2,800 they will take if the thing has 0 defense. One Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, because with the current meta with all these high level monsters, I can use him because he'll negate the activation of a level 5 or higher effect monster, negate the activation and destroy it, or I can, if a level 5 or higher is targeted, I negate that activation and destroy it. And he gains attack equal to the monster that he destroyed by this effect, which again comes in handy. For fusions, I just run one Elder Entity Norden. That's why I have instant fusion. Yeah. For XCs, I run one Ice Beast Zero Fine. He just takes 2 winged, level 4 winged beast, and I can detach a material, negate all effects my opponent, all face-up cards my opponent controls, and he gains 300 attack for each face-up card on the field, except himself. So he can get a real big attack boost. One Abyss Dweller. With Norden, I can negate. With Norden, he gets an attack boost, and I can detach material from him, negate all graveyard effects this turn. And with Burning Abyss, I'm going to use him a lot, because with that premium gold set coming out, oh god. Heck, I might even have to bump him up to 2 just for that. One Castel, the Sky Blasting Musketeer, or as I call him, Shotgun Chicken's sophisticated cousin. Because, well, if you look at him, he's a bird with a gun. He looks like Armed Wing, but sophisticated. You can detach one material from him, book a Moon 1 monster, or detach 2 materials and send a card back to deck. He's really good. That's what most decks that have the level 4s run him. One Dark XC's Rebellion Dragon. Detach 2 materials, have 1 monster your opponent controls, and he gains that half. He's like Gale, but on crack. And personally, that's why I run him. Another good. And finally, Diamond Dire Wolf. With Blackwings, he's more useful because I can destroy one of my winged beast, or I can destroy him in case. Again, he's mostly a last resort. I may cut him because new Blackwings will be coming out in the future, and they're honestly better. So yeah, as soon as, if you guys do not know, there are 2 other synchros coming out in the next 2 sets. In Shining Victories, we get Chidori the Light Rain, who will gain 300 attack for all Blackwings in Grave, which will be insane. And Sahoya the Light Rain, the Light Summer Rain, I should be exact, will special summon any of my Assault Blackwings from Grave, so either Chidori or Raikiri. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions to my deck, I'll gladly listen, but if you guys are asking for like specific mirror forces or high cards I can't find a hold of, I'm sorry, I built this deck on a complete budget. But it still is my best deck, because I can go sometimes 3-1 at tournaments. I once even went undefeated, surprisingly. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, like, subscribe, comment. Well, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.